Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Um, Today, I want to tell you about what happened last night. So yesterday was pretty crazy, for Thanksgiving. I got a lot of stuff to tell you, because a lot of that stuff happened. And, well, I'm going to be telling you also what's been happening today. So if you could, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started with this video. I want to tell you everything about what's been going on, and, just what's been going on. So, yesterday, we got up. I think I got up at, what time did I get up? I think I got up at, I think around, 1, I think? Not sure. So, let's say 1. I woke up at 1, and basically, I did whatever I needed to do. I basically, was getting ready, and we were leaving around 4 o'clock, in the afternoon for Thanksgiving. So, we were gonna make our way out the door around 3, right? So, we do all that stuff, and basically, we get dressed. I put my England red t-shirt on. I have something to eat with my mom. We had something light because we didn't want to eat really heavy things because we were gonna eat Thanksgiving dinner. So, anyway, basically, we did that. And, we were getting dressed. Me and Dad were dressed. It took Mom a minute to get dressed, so, we didn't get out the door until, maybe about 4:18. So, everything was going pretty smooth. We had everything. Rust Bucket, and if you don't know who Rust Bucket is, that's a nickname I gave the armor, the garden gnome armor guy. I made videos on him already. We gave it to my nanny yesterday, because, well, we can't use it because there's not enough room in our garden. And they're moving that building. That's cool. And, so we gave it to my nanny. Anyway, so that was that. So we leave around 4. We're driving down this road. We go down the hill, we go down, and we make our way on the, the 4-lane, like you do. And, well, thing is, we make it to Beckley, right? We were jamming out, we were listening to music, we were listening to Dua Lipa, Levitating featuring the Baby. Everything was fine, right? We're close to Gomart in Beckley, okay? And basically, there's this car right beside us yelling, "Your car's on fire, your car's on fire. It's smoking, it's smoking. Guys, pull over, you gotta, now." And we're like, oh my god. And my dad knew that it was smoking, but I didn't know. So I looked to my left, and I see this guy with long hair and a beard. Not a bushy beard, but he had a short beard, like a scruffle, And I think there was this blonde girl with him, and then there was another person. And so they were telling us to, because they rolled down their window and they were like, hey, you need to deal with your car. It looks like it's on fire. So basically, we pulled over to Gomart and we were like, oh, great. So we pulled over to Gomart. And, we do that. And we're basically bollocked, right? For about 20 to 30 minutes. And, before all this, I was phoning everybody and having a good time and telling everybody Happy Thanksgiving, right? I phoned Willie, said Happy Thanksgiving, bro. I phoned Hannah, said Happy Thanksgiving. I said Happy Thanksgiving to Patrick, but it said that his phone was no longer in service, which sucked. I even said Happy Thanksgiving to Cameron. And he sounds really busy nowadays because I actually called him, and it took him a minute to pick up, but he picked up. And sorry, there's little kids if you hear screaming. So anyway, so he picked up, and he was like, "Hey," because he sent me a text at 11:30 a.m. saying Happy Thanksgiving. So I wanted to return the favor and say Happy Thanksgiving. So I phoned him, and he was like, "Hello?" I go, "Oh, hey, Cameron." He goes, "Oh, hey." And he recognized my voice, thank God. And because my voice has changed over the last few months. And so, he was like, Happy Thanksgiving. I was like, Happy Thanksgiving. He's like, sorry, I can't talk long. And I was like, oh, okay, I just wanted to say Happy Thanksgiving. He's like, thank you. You too. I was like, all right, see ya. He's like, see ya. So that was weird. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, so that was that. Anyway, that was that. And then we were basically stuck, right? So there was steam everywhere. My dad popped the trunk to get the tools out, and he popped the hood because it was steaming. It looked like it was caught on fire. And literally, Willie was ringing. But the thing was, my nanny was ringing because she was wondering where we were at and what was going on. And my mom was telling her, our car's on fire. She was like, oh my God, what are you going to do? How are you going to get down here? Do we have to pick you up, or is Shonday and them going to pick you up? And, my nanny's freaking out. And my mom's like, no, it's okay. Yeah, it might be on fire, but we'll sort it out. Clarence and Devin will work on it right now. As we speak. As we speak. And my nanny and my mom are like talking. Sorry about that. Oh, God. They're talking. And, they're having the conversation. And so, that's what they're doing. And they're just chatting and chatting. I was helping Dad. I held the light for him. And then there was this couple just sitting on a sidewalk. And they were staring at us. One had a drink from somewhere. He had a drink in his hand. It wasn't an alcohol beverage. It was like a styrofoam cup. And, yeah. It was a cup from a restaurant, pretty much. So, anyway. And him and his girlfriend were just talking and staring at me. So, anyway, I had my mask on. Because I actually went into Gomart, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So, Dad's like trying to see, how much antifreeze came out. That's what actually happened. So, basically, what happened was all this antifreeze that he had came out. The nut came off the bolt, And basically, it just splattered everywhere. It went all over the motor. It went all over every conduct, right? Just everywhere. It even got on the back bumper. It looked like we went to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, alright? It looked like we went through there. When in actual fact, it was just antifreeze. And you would actually think that antifreeze is blue because it's cold, right? It's a cold substance. Like it's made for something cold, so you think it'd be blue color dye. No. It's green. It looks like green slime. That's why I said the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. So, anyway. So that was there. It was on the back bumper as well. It just went everywhere. All this green fluid of antifreeze. So, there was that. I held the light for Dad, and he burned his finger because it was hot. Because it was steaming so much, and it was burning off all the antifreeze that was on, the engine and stuff. And everywhere else. Every crease and crevice, So, there was all that. And I held the light for him. And then, my mom goes, "Hey, Dev." I go, "Yeah." And my mom's talking to my nanny. And on my phone. Hers is old and crappy, so she's not going to use hers really that much. And, she's like, "Go and see how much antifreeze is." I was like, okay. So I go in, I put my mask on, I go in. This was stupid, bro. This was actually legitimately stupid, right? So basically, I go into Go-Mart, right? Basic place, where some mechanic fluids are and other mechanical stuff, like sprays and stuff. So I go in, I say to both of them, "Excuse me, do you guys know where the antifreeze is?" And they go, "The what?" I go, "The antifreeze. The antifreeze." And they go, "Well, anything mechanical's right here." And I was like, "You should know where it is, though, because you work here." That's what I was thinking to myself. I had not a single clue where anything was. Because I asked her that, and she was like, "Well, if there's any of that stuff, it will be right up front with all the mechanical stuff, so check and see if it's here." And I was like, "You literally work here, you walk around the aisles, and you don't know what you're selling?" That's sad. That is straight up sad. So anyway, I look, and there's a gallon, right? $13.09. Can you believe that? $13 me and Hannah had a conversation last night. We were saying, remember when stuff was like 50 cents or like 19 cents or like whatever? Nah. Stuff nowadays is like $13, $20, $30. And I'm like, it's like gas is $3. You could walk into a burger joint, and the burger joint, literally, you go in there, and a soda, a big, large soda, right? And a big, like, quarter pounder burger was 50 cents, bro. 50 cents. And now it's like, for a whole meal, it's like $40. It's like, for this, and this? My God. It was like, we went into Bob Evans the other day, me and Micah, and literally, I bought fries, and I bought a cinnamon roll, $15. And I'm like, what? $15? My God. And it's just 2 items. So anyway, greedy buggers. Anyway, so basically, go back to the story. So, I go in there and I look at Mom. I'm so amazed of how much it is, and my eyes are wide open. And I walk back. I'm like, it's $13.09. And my mom goes, "Are you kidding me?" I go, I shit you not. It's $13.09. You check the price tag. And my mom just like, well, we're officially wallet. Because my dad actually had some antifreeze, a gallon of antifreeze in the back trunk. And he poured it in, and we hog tie it 4 times, because he tied it twice, and he was like, that should do it. And I was like, no, Dad, I think you should at least do it 3 or 4 times. At first I said, I think you should at least do it 1 more time. He was like, no, it'll be alright. Oh, it'll be alright. And then he thought about it. He was like, well, wait a minute. So, he basically tied it up 4 times in total. And he was like, that should cinch it until we get somewhere. I was like, yeah, it'll be alright. Until you get a certain nut size and a certain nut for it to put it back on the bolt. And that's what he's doing right now. We'll get into that in just a second. So anyway, so we finally get it to cool down. And I was actually concerned because there was this pipe. Don't worry, I asked my dad and he said it's nothing. There's this pipe and there was like this netting around this pipe. And I said, what happened here? Was it when all the antifreeze went everywhere? It looked like it got torn, this netting around the pipe, right? And he was like, no. Everything's fine. It's just where it's old and it's been worn. That's all. It's nothing to be concerned about. I was like, oh, okay. So, get in the car, and we head to my nanny's. Well, everything's going alright, and, we go over there, and we have dinner and stuff. And, yeah, we just had a really nice evening. And so what I had to do, I had to put on my mask, and Popo and Uncle Jerome and Auntie Patty were pulling in the driveway when we got there like 5 minutes later. So they pull in, they're wearing masks in the car. Everybody was saying this. My Popo has been paranoid, but he's just being safe, and I get that. Which, to be fair, he's got a lot of health issues. So I can see why he wants to be safe, I can see why. He wants to be safe. He's got like 3 coils in his chest. He's got diabetes, he's got high blood pressure, high cholesterol. He's got all these things, and it's just too much for him, so he wants to be extra good and extra safe, so I don't blame him for that. So anyway, put on my mask, I wash my hands as soon as I get in, and then, I just chat to Monty Patty, on the porch, and, we're having funny conversations, I said, how people say 6 feet? She was like, uh-huh. And I was like, well, instead of saying 6 feet, be like, give me 10 feet. Like, have like a little sensor on your chest that says, give me 10 feet. It's like RoboCop or something, like, electronical, like, device on your chest. And then it goes, and whenever a person goes near you and the sensor gets it, give me 10 feet. It's like that. And so, I don't know, it's just a funny thing I thought I'd say. because the distance you should be from everybody is 6 feet. I'm saying 10 feet. So, anyway, jokes aside, well, actually one more. So, basically, there's this, there's, oh, what is it? Oh yeah, Monty Python was like, you know what? Just for the coronavirus, if there's any corona people roaming around, I'm getting an electric fence. And if they come near, they get shocked and go, oh my god. But no, this coronavirus is getting out of hand. And actually, I tell you something. Speaking of coronavirus, I was telling Hannah last night, and my papa told me last night. He looked at me and he was talking to me. Because I was about to leave, I gave him a hug. Oh, and that's another thing I gotta tell you. So anyway, he was talking to me, and we were just talking, and he was like, "I gotta tell you something," and someone's at our door. See that? Someone's at our door. Anyway. Oh, it's one of our neighbors. Never mind, it's okay. Anyway, so, basically, what's happening is, he was telling me, he's like, they've actually created a new vaccine. It's Dr. Fauci approved, and he was like, 58% of Americans are willing to take this vaccine, but the rest are skeptical and they're very, worried about taking it, unless if there's like complications. I was like, it should be at least 100%, because I think everyone wants to get rid of this virus. And we're just sitting there chatting about it. And we're just talking. And my papa was like, if 70% of Americans took it, this virus would be over by now. But it's only 58%. And I was like, oh, okay. So me and Hannah were talking about it, and she was like, if this crap doesn't end soon, I'm literally going to just lose it. And I said, well, I think it will. It's just taking time because it's a pandemic, I mean, what are you going to do? And you got to find stuff to do, keep yourself occupied. So whenever I'm not hanging out with you, we just got to find stuff to do. And my Uncle Mark was telling me, he was like, you can get some air in your lungs, and you don't have to wear a mask, and you could throw pigskin with Willie, which means football, throwing a football in the yard. Anyway, so, basically, that's what was happening, and, yeah, so, oh, and when my papa got out of the car, he was like, I'll give you an air fist bump. I was like, okay, alright. And then my Auntie Patty was like, I'll give you an air hug. I'll give you a virtual hug. And I was like, okay. I didn't actually care if I hugged them or whatever, because I was wearing a mask, I mean, for God's sake. And then my Uncle Drum, he hugged me anyway. We didn't go through all the air touch stuff. But anyway, So, basically, that was it. And that's what happened. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did... actually, I almost forgot. Duh, Devin. Well, basically, I gotta tell you that, today, my mom is making a turkey, and she's wrapping bacon around it because Hannah's family at Thanksgiving, they have a turkey and they wrap bacon around it, right? And, they do that, and I was like, Mom, I went up to my mom upstairs because my mom and dad were watching TV, right? And this was late at night. It was in the middle of the night. And I was like, hey, Mom, when are we going to have that turkey with bacon wrapped around it? Are we going to have it in Nanny's, or are we going to... I think you should adjust it to Nanny or something like that. She's like, I'll tell you what. We'll have regular turkey at Nanny's. And then tomorrow, which is today, we will have our turkey, because there's a turkey in the fridge right now. Well, not right now, but there was last night. There's a turkey in the fridge. I'm going to wrap bacon around it, and we'll have bacon wrapped turkey. Sound good? And I was like, yeah, sure. She was like, I'll make you a deal. And I just went with it. And yeah, so that was cool. And so, I did that. I went back downstairs, I was listening to Lil Peep and stuff like that, like I normally do. And actually, go check this person out. Go check out Bones. Bones is cool. I was listening to him last night, he's pretty fire. So, anyway,